Today I want to talk about estate planning, and it's going to be a multifaceted program that we go through or take our clients through when we're discussing estate planning. But the first piece that I want to share on is trusts and wills. And you hear those, and most people think that a will is a trust or a trust is a will, and that's not the case, right? A trust is all of your wishes listed out in a legal document that you're working with an estate planning attorney on, that's saying this is when I pass, these are the people that will be the trustee or the individual that oversees all these assets and ultimately will facilitate whether it's a transfer or a gift or however it's listed out in your document to go to your loved ones. So in essence, what you're doing is saying when I pass, this is what I want to happen, and that trustee has a fiduciary responsibility to make that happen. A trust is an instrument that you can use to help avoid estate tax issues, to also look at saying, hey, I have a complex situation, whether it's a loved one with special needs, whether it's just families that are conflicting right now. It's an instrument that you can use to ultimately make sure your assets go to the people that they're intended to go to. You worked so hard for your money, you want to make sure it gets to that end result. Number two is a will, right? A will guarantees probate. Right? I'm going to say that again. A will guarantees probate. So that's the difference. A trust avoids probate. A will guarantees probate. So what a will is a document that lists out where you would like your assets to go. But in order for the will to be written, the will to be read by the judge, it has to go to a form of probate. So what's happening is, let's say you had your house. You were the only one listed on your home. You pass away, there's no beneficiary on that house. So it has to go to probate, and at probate, the judge will pull out your will and he will read where the house is supposed to go, right? So a will go through probate, the judge reads the will, that's how the assets are dispersed. If the house is in trust, it doesn't go to court. It's already listed in the trust. Your trustee can read the document, say this is how it's dispersed, and it avoids that probate. So a trust avoids probate, a will guarantees probate or has to go through probate in order to work. So there's a huge difference between the two. That's a common question we see from clients is, do I need a will? Do I need a trust? Speak to an estate planning attorney. We have some great individuals that we can help get you in touch with. And there's a lot of planning that goes into, do you need a trust or do you need a will? And you need to be asking yourself that question.